Hey everybody, it's Josh Sub, aka Ask Joshy on YouTube, and I am casting for Icy Cup TV. This is the round of 64 of the Global Gamers Invitational. It is a best of 3, and this is Game 3 between CheckPrime, the Korean Zerg player, and SLush, member of Root Gaming over in North America. And the series is tied 1-1, obviously, since we're in a Game 3 of a best of 3. But the Global Gamers Invitational qualifying rounds, we're in the round of 64. The winner of this game will move on to the round of 32. The loser will be knocked out completely and will not get a chance at the over $3,500 worth of prizes provided by our sponsors, including iFixit.com, their SCVs for the real world, ESUnited.net, and of course TheHandsomeNerd.com, run by Artosis and Tasteless. And of course, all these VODs are being uploaded to YouTube.com/IcyCupTV, IcyCup.tv, handling all the replay footage and hopefully eventually some live casting. We'll just have to see how the tournament progresses. But basically, if you don't know anything about the Global Gamers Invitational, it's a huge prize pool. There are 12 invitees waiting for these 4 qualifying winners in the round of 16. So basically, SLush and Check fighting for a qualifying spot to face the invitees. We may have a dark horse, an up-and-comer, some new faces as a result of this huge qualifier, playing against some of the best players in the beta. And so far this game, it looks like Check is actually going to be getting a extractor first and no pool or hatch just yet. He's getting the pool after extractor. And SLush, on the other hand, just getting his spawning pool, no gas yet and no hatchery yet. So this map is Kulas Ravine. We've seen it many times throughout the beta. I do believe that the loser picked the map, so I think Check actually had the option of picking and came up with Kulas Ravine for this third Zerg versus Zerg game in a row. Both games that we've seen so far ended pretty quick. The first game ending pretty quickly because Check was able to get Speedlings and Banelings out before SLush, and the second game ending pretty quickly because Check did some crazy spine crawler aggression that did not work at all because SLush had already 10 pooled and had a good number of Zerglings already on the field. And this game looks like it's going to be going a little different. Zergling speed coming up because of that early gas. Zergling speed getting done very, very quickly. This queen coming out for Check, and neither player choosing to expand right away. It looks like SLush is going to be behind on his Zergling speed, if that is in fact what he's going to be doing. He's also a little bit late on this egg spit. As we can see, this queen is already out. But anyway, he's got other important things going on. He's got 6 lings in the base of Check. He needs to try and capitalize on this. However, Check does get his 6th lings out there, and they are going to get a little bit of a better surround from what I can tell. That queen is going to turn the tide of this battle, and SLush is going to have to retreat. So finally getting that spit down about 20 energy late. That's actually could come back to hurt SLush in the long run. I have not watched this game. I do not know who wins. It's going to be just as exciting for you guys as it is for me. And Baneling Nest coming up for Check. He is a big fan of those Banelings. Last game he tried to transition into Roaches and was not able to spend enough to get enough on the field to counter SLush's Roaches. And SLush getting Roaches again. So Roaches actually stand up very well against those Banelings. Check could be in trouble again. But who knows? Not me. What do we have going on otherwise? Zergling speed finishing for Check, so he's looking for a repeat of Game 1 where he's able to get those Zerglings really fast and those Banelings really fast and try and do as much damage to the economy of SLush as possible. SLush is throwing up a Spine Crawler, not even close to being finished yet, but these Speedlings, once they get on that creep, are going to be really fast and probably able to kill a couple of things. Baneling's morphing over here on the right side, so that Nest did finish. Check is going to move in and try and get all these units in one spot, basically, for these Banelings to be able to roll in and crush whatever they can. He is trying to kill off this Spine Crawler. SLush did get a cancel off. It looked like, yeah, his drone is right there. These Roaches kill off the Banelings before they can do anything, so good job by SLush. Check probably kicking himself a little bit for not getting any real damage done there except for a couple of lings. So he's got more Speedlings on the field here. Is not really doing anything at home. He's getting 14 more Zerglings if you look at that production tab, and SLush getting just a few more Roaches. So if Check can take advantage of his mobility advantage on this creep, and the Baneling get some nice Baneling kills on these drones. SLush is going to be in a bad spot. SLush needs to be able to get another Spine Crawler up, I think, right here or right here to be able to block off those Banelings a little bit better, or at least just position your roaches better. And it looks like Check is hiding his lings here. He's got his Overlords spaced out all throughout this lane, so he will be able to see all movement. Actually, these are SLush's Overlords. I'm an idiot. However, Check is keeping good vision on the middle here with this Xel'Naga Tower. He does have Overlords of his own, so he does pretty much have the whole lane covered as well. If we take his vision for just a second, we can see that there is a lot of vision throughout that lane. So he will be able to see if SLush is moving with these very slow roaches, and we'll be able to counter that quickly with the Speedlings. He'll be able to run in as soon as he sees the roaches moving around. Looks like neither player right now choosing to go for a follow-up attack, though. Roach Warren finishing for Check and that second gas. Baneling Nest in a bit of a weird spot. Going to block his gas. Look at this weird route that the drones have to take. That's going to be a little bit delayed. He might even need a fourth drone on this extractor. That's kind of weird. But anyway, SLush moving now with these roaches, and like I said, Check is going to be able to have some vision on that, at least up by this tower. And he is moving his lings now. He's backing off, waiting for those roaches to get by. Is he going to be moving these lings, or did he forget about them completely? I don't know. SLush checking that watchtower. He got his lings out of the way in time, so SLush has no idea that there are lings on both sides. Check probably going to be able to run those in. I'm assuming that's his plan for keeping these lings hidden for so long. These very slow roaches are just trudging along toward the base. Is Check going to be able to repel this? It looks like he's got 4 roaches and a Spine Crawler in place. Oh, Check not taking an advantage of the roaches being away from home. Instead, he's going to try and flank them when he arrives in his base, but SLush hiding his own roaches now. Not sure what's going on. There's a lot of strange posturing here. Banelings being morphed for SLush. Did not see that nest go up. Sorry about that, but he does have Baneling capability now. Check probably a little bit confused why these roaches haven't arrived in his base yet. He's going to push out a little bit with his roaches and see where they are. If he knew that they were cornered like this, he would easily be able to run in with all these Speedlings and roaches and be able to take this out. Finally engaging. Got them pinned against the wall. Not going to be able to get us around, but at least the roaches can't escape. And he is going to keep them pinned long enough for Check's own roaches to move in and clean up the mess. It looks like this superior roach count is going to be doing just fine for Check as he does the shoot and move micro to kill them all off. That Baneling does pop there. Doesn't really get much done except for a couple of Zergling kills. So both players transitioning into heavy roach compositions. SLush does have a lot of lings here that he can turn into Banelings if he chooses. However, all those lings of Check lost in that confrontation. I thought he would have been fine just to run those into the base as fast as possible and kill off some drones once those roaches were moving out. However, he chose not to do that. Instead, getting a little bit of an advantage on the roach count instead. Did I say instead twice? I don't really care. Spire up, now for Check, so going to be seeing some Muta play. 4 Mutas coming in now. Both players still on one base this late into the game is a little interesting to see for a ZVZ. SLush is going to break down his own rock so that he can take this well-protected cliff expansion instead of his not protected at all natural expansion with all those multiple entrances here. And what is Check going to be doing? He's sending a drone somewhere. Is he planning on taking that high yield? I don't know. He doesn't have the money spent just yet. I am just going to stick here just for a few more seconds and hopefully not miss anything elsewhere on the map. No, it looks like he's just sending his drone around. There goes the expansion. Okay, good. Glad I waited to see that. Didn't really miss anything else going on up here. SLush still has not dropped a hatchery there. The first mutas are out for Check. He is going to be flying around. What sort of AA does SLush have at home? He has a queen and a spire about 10% done. Not going to be enough to handle these mutas. They can focus fire down that queen quickly and have free reign over SLush's base. So this is not looking good for SLush. What is Check going to be focusing first with these mutas? He needs to pick his targets very carefully. Good job going for that queen first. He does transfuse himself to buy himself some more time. A second queen does move in. Did not see him. Already had moved up to that cliff expansion. SLush losing one queen there. Check still has 4 Mutalisks in play, microing away the hurt one, but still going to lose it. This last queen does go down. Is he rebuilding queens? Yes, this one's almost 50% done. However, there are 3 mutas here with nothing attacking them back. Going to be able to kill off some drones easily. SLush falling a little bit behind. He's going to have to pull his workers. That's going to hurt even more. He's trying to counterattack with some lings and roaches. Not sure if that's going to be effective. These 3 mutas, 4 mutas now for Check. Able to take out a couple more drones here. That queen is out now finally, but what is he going to be able to kill off? I don't know. 4 mutas are going to be able to focus him down so quickly. just assuming this queen is going to go down. He does not have the energy for a transfusion, and there he goes. So Czech is going to have free reign on this probe line, or drone line still. Muta being able to attack these roaches unhindered. 2 mutas, actually 3 mutas, killing off these roaches of SLush, and Czech does have enough roaches of his own to fight this off, so SLush probably not going to be winning this game based on this current predicament. 3 mutas out now for SLush, however, are going to be able to attack back at least, but SLush, if he's not returned his units to mining, he lost his entire ground force except 1 roach, and these mutas are going to be able to pick him off. So not sure what SLush can do to get back in this game. This expansion is up, but he's not able to get anything. He has no money really right now, just now returning his guys to spending, trying to get enough mutas on the field to combat the mutas of Czech. Czech does have that expansion up now, though he's not mining off of it. He has more mutas, going to be able to kill off the mutas of SLush, and now SLush says, good game, good luck in the tournament, very good manners from SLush. Glad to see that, and however, Czech is going to take this best of 3 and move on to the round of 32. So some very good ZVZ games. Hope you guys enjoyed them, and stick around. Keep watching IC Cup TV on YouTube for more VODs from this Global Gamers Invitational. Thanks.